Okay. Hello, my name is Velvet Ryder. I am a drag king here in so-called Vancouver. I am the current reigning High King Supreme of the Seattle Emerald City King's Ball. I am also a co-producer of King Size, an all king and thing drag show, and I am happy to be here in general.
Hi everyone, my name is Yuen. I am a Chinese immigrant lesbian drag king in so-called Vancouver. My drag is sexy, sensational. It also brings a combination of, I think, cultural sensation and like pop idol vibes. So yeah, I think I'm probably your favorite local idol in your neighborhood. That's all. I'm so happy to be part of this.
What's in your bag?
What's in your bag?
What's in your bag?
What's in your... How long are you doing drag?
Oh my goodness. March is gonna be 2 years. What did I learn in my first year of drag? That it's really hard. I learned that it's really hard. And that being a nice person goes a long way.
I feel like I learned so much, like even just from like makeup, how to block your eyebrows, just like basic things that take so much techniques and years of practice that I think it was like a journey to find the perfect shape, the MAC for like a face, like an Asian face, like the different bone structure. I think I have a baby face, which is like...
gaga.
Yeah, I feel like we both have like cutesy round cheeks. So
true.
we have to like chisel to look.
To look like sneak and like pop up.
With oomph.
With oomph. Like when you poop. Where can you see drag kings?
Can you see drag kings?
Where can you see drag kings? How do you navigate your background and identity through drag?
This is a good one. I honestly like doing drag and then being able to do songs by Black artists has really allowed me to feel more comfortable and confident being Black. Last summer, there was an event called Black Parade at Celebrities, and like Queen Kong and Jax and Carmel, and like they were all there, and I was having a bit of like a am I allowed to be here with like these Black performers? And after I did that performance, I like really felt seen in my Blackness and like seen in my identity. And so like, yeah, doing songs by, you know, Black people just makes me feel connected to that. What about you? How do you navigate?
Yeah, I think a lot about that question. Like every time I introduce myself as like a Chinese lesbian drag king, and I think being an immigrant, like especially like a recent immigrant, also plays a lot in my drag. And like for many people like me, it was really hard to find like queer spaces. So I feel I am very privileged because also I have a really supportive partner who loves exploring queer things in Vancouver. So I often think like for my drag is a combination of like celebrating Asian queer joy, but also like my living experience as like a Chinese queer, or like what Asian queer joy could look like in different like genre of music, in different language, and still connect with people.
I love like looking out into a crowd and seeing other Black people and making eye contact with them. Or like, yeah, and like just having that moment and seeing like and I'm like, this is why I'm doing it. Yeah. Like, this is why I keep bringing my culture, because those are the moments that are important to me.
Yeah.
Drag kings! Drag kings!
Can you describe some expectations you face as a Black performer?
I don't know. I'm going to say we because I consider you also really good. I think we started really strong and now people have this expectation of us to continue being very good.
That's true.
And we should have started off a little less strong.
We should have strategized.
We should have had a booger phase, what I'm saying. I don't think that anybody expects me to do Black music, but I think that they know because I prefer to do, or like those are the songs that fit me, that's an option that they can get. As a Black person, I don't know, I would hope that they don't expect me to just like be like, yo, what's up, or whatever. But like, yeah.
Yeah. It's interesting because like I feel like maybe sometimes I feel this expectation of that I have to do English songs. I still feel that. I feel the pressure probably also from like audience or just from like gigs in general because like you get more tips when you do like hot take songs.
Songs that are like popular.
Like I put extra efforts to make sure that people understand my drag just because it's not in English. I feel like expected to make my drag more like palatable. Wow, that's a fancy English word. Okay, sorry.
Do you feel at all like tokenized sometimes?
I feel first, like I think as an Asian drag performer, I do feel I'm so grateful because I'm sure like years ago, like before COVID or like before anti-Asian hate and like before Black Lives Matters, like all those moments, there were definitely moments where I feel like Asian drag performer could be tokenized a lot. But I do feel grateful because all the work that like a House of Rice, like Rice Cake, like many like king size, many people have been promoting people of color in this scene. When I enter the scene, I don't feel like I'm being tokenized as a Chinese drag king, like compared to being tokenized as a drag king. Yeah, do you feel sometimes being tokenized as like a Black performer?
Yeah, I do. Sometimes. But I also know that means I'm good at what I do. I don't know of like too many other drag kings that were doing like R&B and hip hop.
Yeah.
I think like filling a niche and being tokenized, they're kind of like, like
A fine line between.
yeah, it's a fine line. What are drag kings?
What are drag kings?
What is drag king?
Drag kings what? What are some of your favorite shows to be part of?
Black Parade, and or Black shows. But I would say my favorite shows to be a part of are king shows, or where there are more than one or two or three kings in the back room. It's just like the amount of creativity that kings have and things is just like unparalleled, and seeing that all like come together and happen, and then also seeing like how close and like kind we are to each other, like it just feels like we all get to hang out together. What drag kings do you want to see?
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 How would you describe your sexuality and gender in relation to drag?
Okay. I am late to my queerness. It was until my late 20s I start to like really accept my sexuality and start to date people who I feel instantly connected to. I was 30 when I started to do drag. But I think it was after I started drag, I really feel comfortable in like bringing out the masculinity. Right now, like even still, many of my friends, including myself, are still like a closet. So like doing drag is like the moment where like I feel I'm so fairness.
When you get on stage, you like,
yes,
you just, there's this like switch that flips and like Yuen just like emerges. And it's also been really cool to watch that start to trickle into you.
Oh, is that happening?
Yeah. Are you kidding me?
Is it happening?
Like seeing you also feel like you can take up space. Like it's been so like you.
I know. How about you?
I was always also late to drag and late to queerness. I presented extremely femme for a really long time. And then I kind of got tired and started to try drag a little bit more and realized like that I don't, that presentation of femininity, all that I had been doing in the past was also just another type of drag. And like being exposed to masculine drag made me understand like I can just be Ken and I don't have to put on anything to like be wanted or respected by other people. What do you want to see for the future of drag kings?
What do you want to see for the future of drag kings?
What did you learn about yourself through drag?
I feel like for me, drag has really taught me like I had a lot of unresolved anger and grief because of a lot of like activism, community work I was doing as like a Chinese feminist queer activist and organizer. I just feel like in daily life I deal with like censorship, state violence, and just like you have to try so hard, battle so hard in order to fight little things that I think in North America or like in Europe, like little rights that many people have been take for granted. But I think it's just a lot of heaviness on my shoulder, on myself, to a place where I don't feel joy. Like I feel it was really hard for me to express myself. For a long time, I feel like I have to do things like political, like I have to do things in a way that is like a form of resistance. But I think through doing drag, I start to accept that, yes, like I want to feel happy, like I want to feel fun, like during a number, I want to be as joyful as everyone else and not always feeling I am guilty to feel like pleasure just because now I am living in Canada. So I think through doing drag, I really feel like I got time to listen to myself, like to accept like the knowingness of pure joy. Like
I think feeling joy and like that is a form of resistance too, you
Yes.
know? Like allowing yourself to accept that like you can feel for those who, you know, you have left behind, but like being here and like being out and being present and visible, like they're gonna see that and like they're like, fuck yeah, like you're killing it.
What did you learn about yourself through drag?
You know, funnily enough, like I did learn that I am Black. And like no matter what anybody says on either side, like I am Black and I'm perceived Black and I should cherish that as something that is, you know, important to me. So yeah, I think I learned how to really like, what's that word?
Present.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, just like, I don't know. I feel like it drag allowed for me to be like, here I am. Like, this is what you're getting.
Yes.
And it also made me learn that I'm just like a non-gendered, don't perceive me type. I learned I don't have to like look one certain way in order to feel worthy. Yeah.
That's beautiful. Cute. Okay.
Do you want to go?
Do you want to go?
This Dyke wanna go all night, boom, boom. This Dyke wanna be alone with you. This Dyke wanna go all night, boom, boom. Tell me, baby, what you wanna do. Ride it tonight, I'm picking up your energy. Go slow, I love the way you look at me. Hand on your thigh when I drive, type of game. Tell me with your eyes when we reach the highway. This Dyke wanna go all night, boom, boom. This Dyke wanna be alone with you. This Dyke wanna go all night, boom, boom. Tell me, baby, what you wanna do. Dripping like paint, let's make a work of art. Drawing circles on you till you come apart. This water is holy. Got you questioning God, flowing like the ocean, breaking all their laws. This Dyke wanna go all night, boom, boom. This Dyke wanna be alone with you. This Dyke wanna go all night, boom, boom. Tell me, baby, what you wanna do. Your body speaking to me. You're answering fluidly. On my knees with the key, I'm here to release you. Lost at sea, diving deep, I just wanna please you. On my knees with the key, lost at sea, diving deep, I'm here to release you. I just wanna please you. This Dyke wanna go all night, boom, boom. This Dyke wanna be alone with you. This Dyke wanna go all night, boom. Tell me, baby, what you wanna do.
What's in your bag?